Thank you very much, as always, for coming to the Flame. Thank you here, too. Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming. About 2 months ago, we had our first anniversary here, and I think it might be a little misleading. The anniversary was the anniversary of being in Shinjuku-kan. This is also our first anniversary of the Flame. This makes 12 months. We started, this is May, is that right? So May was the first Flame, and this is Flame 11. How does that work? There were 12 months in the year. We skipped all this stuff. So anyway, thank you very much for coming here. Let's see, I had a whole bunch of stuff planned to say, but it's sort of slipping my mind now. Tonight the theme is Rivals and Heroes. I think I'm responsible for this one. I thought of this a few weeks ago when I was looking through a book that I had by a man named Alexander King. And the front page of the leaf of the book is a picture of him as a young man. In his 20s, he was in a sailboat, and the wind was in his hair, and it said, "My rival." So he became his own rival, which I think some of the older people here might recognize. Not that I hope it's too much of our lives, but the rival, I don't have a story, I have an episode, so it doesn't have a great ending. In 1969, I met Bernard in Tokyo. We had both come, let's see, we met, and about 12 hours after we met, we had become partners in a humoristic world map business. Okay. It's granted it was a niche market, but we had it cornered, and if anybody did want to have a humoristic world map, they'd have to come to see us. Our plan was not to wait, though. Our plan was to use this as an excuse or a way to move around Japan and meet people and do things and pay our way, which was very good. It worked very well with that. We would go to a station or a town, and we would walk down the street to the shopping street and go store door to store door, offering this map, and we did well. We made our way. The worst part about it was not having someone buy a map, which was a little bit disheartening, but it worked very well. No bad experiences the whole several months we did this. We traveled from Tokyo to Kyoto, Osaka, Kobe, Himeji, and Tottori, as far south, if I can say south, as Shimonoseki. It was a good time. Our rivalry was not with who could sell more maps, nor was it with who could, we weren't into field and track, so it wasn't who could run faster or jump higher or rising on the corporate ladder faster than the other. It was none of those things. It was with women. As we would travel around, we would meet young ladies. We were young, I was 20, and he was the same. And of course, there was rivalry as sort of a competition. There was a competition that went on. I think I should give you full, let's see, what's it called, spoiler alert. Bernard always got the girl. There's another way to say that, is that I never got the girl. It's true. There are two reasons for that. One is that Bernard was or is French. I'm not. That's the second reason. He was just brilliant. I mean, the French face, if they have the most romantic of the Romance languages. They have the body language, they have the pose, they have everything it takes. This is not a prejudicial remark, this is a cultural awareness. The first time I noticed it was in a cafe in Fugetsudo. I was supposed to meet Bernard there at a cafe in Tokyo, the name of which was Fugetsudo. It's gone now. Had the Lonely Planet books been in publication at the time, it would have been in there. It was that type of place, and people from all over the world. I knew about it before I even got to Tokyo, way before. I had come from India. Bernard had come from Laos, and we got here broke, and so we were finding our way. I had an appointment to meet Bernard at 3 o'clock at this cafe. I was there my compulsory 20 minutes early, and Bernard was there his obligatory 30 minutes late. But as I was waiting, it was a hot summer day, I was having an iced chocolate, and it was very nice, and in came Hiroko. I'm making that name up because I don't remember her name, but Hiroko came in, and it was very nice. Fugetsudo was a salon-type place. You could go there alone, you could go there with a group, and you could meet people or sit and read your book, whatever you like. Low-slung tables, cushy chairs around. And I was sitting there, and the first thing you know, we struck up a conversation. It was very nice. She spoke English. She was very cute. It was just perfect for a hot summer day. It took us about 10 or 15 minutes before we entered into the cutesy face stage. The cutesy face stage is that stage you get to when you're making your cutesy face. Well, you know, you're trying to be cute. I mean, it might not be cute, it could be, everyone has their own strategy. Now I want to stop for a minute here and I want to ask you, does anybody here not know what I mean when I say the cutesy face stage? All right, so we're in this together. Okay. We were in the cutesy face stage and things were going very nice. We had rapport, it's a French word, I think it's French word, right? We had rapport, everything was going very well and we were exchanging our little, should I do my kid? No, I'm not going to do my kid. You wouldn't believe it. No, it used to work. Oh, no, I'm telling you. No, I didn't know what you said. You ready? Okay, ladies, hide your eyes. What do you think? Come on, man, that's the best I can do. It used to work. That's a long time. Anyway, so that was. Now we have all different types. There's the spaniel eyes type, right? The one that brings out the maternal instinct, or the Audrey Hepburn look that brings out the paternal. Come on, does anybody not know what I'm saying? All right, okay, so we're here together. So we were at that stage, and it was very nice. I was enjoying the conversation. There was hope in the air. And then Bernard came in. Bernard is a very deep cafe, so I waved to Bernard we're back here, and he came back and sat down, and we all had this conversation. I introduced them, and I got up to use the men's room. And 3 minutes later, when I came back, the dynamic of the situation changed dramatically. Hiroko-san was no longer giving me the cutesy face. All I saw was her profile as she was just drawn to Bernard. And he was brilliant. I was in awe of him. I couldn't believe how, look, when we meet there's a basic way of doing things in the States, or maybe it's my family or it's father knows best, I'm not sure, but when you meet someone, you extend your hand, you look them in the eye, and you say, nice to meet you. You want to give a nice firm handshake, nothing loose. Your loose handshake really implies that you're a little wishy-washy. Too much of a grip could be a compensation for a lack of confidence. You want to give just the right squeeze, the right energy there. Compare that to the French. Enchanté. There's no way. I rest my case. So Bernard was really good. So I was watching this happen, watching the hope leave, and I don't really remember what Bernard was saying, but he could really have been telling her how to make a cheese sandwich, and it would have worked. He would have seduced this woman. You know, first you take the bread, on top of which you put some mayonnaise, and then the cheese, because what is bread without cheese? What is cheese without bread? See, so now he's introduced this question. There's a dynamic to what he said. He's introduced existentialism into this cheese sandwich explanation. Then from there he could go anywhere he wanted to go. And what is life without love? And what is a pretty girl without a pretty smile? It was beautiful. It was just wonderful how he did this thing. Let's now, I'm sort of mastering this learning this year. Anyway, Bernard, when he came into the cafe that night, he was my friend. We were on equal footing. 15 minutes later, he was my rival. And when he and Hiroko left together, he was my hero. I could not believe that he pulled this thing off. I saw him the next day, and I said, Bernard, come on, man, what are you doing? We're spending all this time. We got to the cutesy face stage, man. And he said, oh, man, I'm sorry, I didn't know, If I had known that, I would not do anything, I'm sorry, you forgive me, And of course, Miako's laughing, she knows Bernard. Yes, you forgave Bernard because he was absolutely charming. that's the way we traveled around. If Disney had made an animated movie about this, Bernard would have been, do you know Pepe Le Pew? Pepe Le Pew? Does everyone know Pepe Le Pew? The amorous skunk? And he would drape that other skunk over his arm and say, "Oh, my little pussy cat, come and sneeze in the moonlight." I would have been a composite of Goofy the dog and Beep Beep the road runner, you know? Beep Beep. Yeah, it was a story of my life. So again, I don't really have any end to this story. I apologize. It's just an episode that happened with us, and that's about it. I think we're going to have the first storyteller of the evening come up, Dawn O'Day, who's, let's see, the story Dawn O'Day is going to tell is, Dawn, what's the title?
Everyday Heroes.
Everyday Heroes. Okay, Dawn O'Day.